foods for healthy living. Police in Anambra repels armed hoodlums in Oli. European Union partners Nigeria in manufacturing of health products, as thousands of passengers have been stranded as Air Vanuatu liquidates. Hello, beautiful morning to you and welcome to Breakfast News at 8 on ABS Television. I am David Opokwasele. Before the news in detail, remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. We begin from Ibariam, where the Department of Nursing Sciences of the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Ibariam, has held its 2024 Nurses Week and Parents Interactive Forum with the Vice Chancellor and held a living lecture series with Nonye Soludo. Queen and the Borg report that the event held at the university premises in Ibariam has its theme promoting healthy living through nursing care practice. We bring you the report.
In her presentation, the wife of the governor, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afamo Bidike, said she is championing healthy living program, teaching people how they can live healthy lives by consuming natural foods. Mrs. Soludo, who is also the founder, Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo, noted that there are a lot of diseases, especially the non-communicable ones, like diabetes, high blood pressure, which can be reversed through change in diet and lifestyle. The governor's wife expressed desire to partner with the Department of Nursing Science of the institution in necessary areas in order to improve the lives of Ndi Anambra. The acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Kate Omenua, in her remarks said nursing is not just a profession, but a calling to serve others, to make a difference, and to bring comfort and healing to those in need. She explained that every year, COOU Ibariam has more people seeking admission to the field of nursing, but unfortunately the university's carrying capacity and availability of infrastructures are affecting the number of students being admitted into the institution.
This is one of the courses that is in high demand. Just to change a little example, I came in and the number of people who were taking their papers, they had to change course. To change to another department this year, we had way over 180 students just wanting to move from anatomy to nursing, from physiology to nursing, from this to nursing.
The head of Department of Nursing Science, Dr. Ada Ibewe, who is also the host, in her address said the week is dedicated in recognizing and appreciating the remarkable works nurses do on a daily basis to care for their patients with skill, compassion, and unwavering dedication. In her goodwill message, the Commissioner for Women and Social Affairs, Mrs. Ifi Obinabo, advised the nursing students to remain focused, committed to their studies, assuring them that they have a leader in their VC. During the interactive session with the parents, the acting Vice-Chancellor highlighted some of the challenges facing the department, and some of the parents responded by making financial donations. Presentation of fresh fruits of various types, sanitary pads by the governor's wives to the department, Florence Nightingale displays, dances featured during the ceremony.
On security now, Anambra State Police Command operatives of Anambra State Police Command have repelled and dispersed armed criminal elements reported to have shot sporadically in Uli community within the precinct of Uli campus of the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. The operatives have been on the trail of the hoodlums. In a release signed by the Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Tochwi Kenga, More operatives, operational and intelligence resources of the command have been further deployed to the area to reinforce the security of the university and its environs. According to the release, information from eyewitnesses reveal that the gunmen started shooting indiscriminately, causing fear among law-abiding citizens of the community. However, no casualties were recorded as order has been fully restored in the area. The release adds that the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of Finance and Administration and the Command Acting Commissioner of Police, Mr. Fidelis Ogarabwe, has ordered the operatives to ensure that criminal elements are fished out. He reiterates the unwavering commitment of the command to maintain law and order and the safety of residents of the community and the state in general. He urged members of the public to call on the command control room on 070-391-94332 or the police public relations officer PPRO on 080-393-34002, 0803-933-4002 in the event of any distress. They will also advise they can also use the MPF Rescue Me app, usable on Android and Apple iOS phones, to make reports. The Rotary Club of Awka GRA has visited the corporate headquarters of Anambra Broadcasting Service Awka on an assessment visit for its tree planting intervention. According to Mr. Fidel Okafo, the past president of Rotary Club of Awka GRA and also the assistant governor designate, Zone 14, the visit was to check on the trees planted at the station 2 years ago to see how far they are faring while planning for another tree planting intervention. Our correspondent, Kenneth Chukwode, tells us more.
Mr. Okafor harped that tree planting helped to secure the environment and make it livable and beautiful, as their next intervention would be with better tree plants that would fit the soil of the station, appreciating the managing director, Sachido Obidiegu, for his cooperation.
The club came here and planted some trees. After about 2 years now, we are here to check on those trees. We realized that a lot of them did not do well, except this cashew. We've learned that the soil here is facing some challenges of maybe some termites or things like that. And it's not all types of trees or crops that can make well here. We thank God that at least there is a success story. There is one that is surviving well. And our club is determined to make impact here. With the cooperation we receive with the management here at all times, we want to make sure that we do something that will, be sustainable.
Welcoming the club members and after joining them on a tour of the planted trees, Sir Obidiegu appreciated Rotary for their efforts at improving lives of the people as their key objective, pointing that the state government, in the same vein, has distributed 10,000 seedlings of coconut and palm trees to Indianambra to support families in economic earnings.
You will be comfortable with your coming back now with more robust and rugged seedlings or crops because of the environment, the kind of environment we have here. Like I told you, this place was a cemetery, and you have termites, rheumagene, anything you plant here. So you must come with very rugged species of plants to be able to survive here. So it's a welcome idea. And I know that Rotary, believes in improving lives of people, and that is part of the objectives that made me to come here. So we welcome that.
The acting director, News and Current Affairs, ABS, Mrs. Judy Jeff Nwabueze, and the president, Rotary Club of Awka GRA, Mr. Ugochukwu Ibanu, and the incoming president of the club, Mr. Martins Nzocha, were part of the visit. In Awka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for EBS News.
Professor Chuma Soludo approved the appointment of the members of the Governing Council of Nwafọ College of Education in Nsugbe in a release endorsed by the Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Chris Aburime. Mrs. Nneka Onyalibe was appointed the chairman of the council, and it has the following 4 members: Chief Fidelis Nweke, Reverend Sister Professor Ujumarie Esther Deboa, Venerable Dr. Rex Kanu, and Professor Celestine Uzoma Agwol. On the national scene, the European Union and Nigeria have agreed to work towards stronger partnership in all aspects of life, including the mobilization of public and private sectors towards increased local manufacturing of vaccines and other health products. Speakers at the 2024 Europe Day in Abuja alluded to the fact that EU cooperation with Nigeria tops global rankings, whether in the energy and climate, digital, innovation, health, or entrepreneurship areas. Our Abuja Bureau Chief, Ekwi Ajide, tells us more.
Networking, cementing of partnerships at the celebration in commemoration of Sman's vision on 9th May 1950, which laid the foundation for the formulation of the European Union with the aim of building peace. In a speech, the EU ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Samuel Isopi, said while working with the National Assembly, governments at federal and state levels, they had remained strong advocates and supporters of the need for a vibrant civil society which provides a unique opportunity to promote change and accountability. According to the ambassador, there is no other region in the world where democracy, the rule of law, and respect for human rights are as advanced as they are in the EU, or where people can have access to health care, education, and welfare, regardless of their social or financial status. She announced that this year's Nigeria EU Business Forum on 2nd July in Abuja will be a witness to progress made and raise ambition for the years to come.
The European Union is a testament to the power of partnership. I would like to call this day not only the Europe Day, but the Partnership Day. And the values that we celebrate today are values that unite us and inspire our work with our partners and our work with Nigeria and our work with ECOWAS.
The Deputy Speaker, Nigeria's Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, was full of praises for the European Union for its support in various sectors, saying that collaborative efforts will ensure a more inclusive, transparent, and effective governance structure in Nigeria. He called for renewal of commitment to deepening ties and exploring new opportunities for cooperation, especially as the world is facing complex challenges from climate change to economic inequality, as it is through partnerships like these that solutions that will benefit all is found.
The EU is supporting Nigeria's digital transformation with 820 million euros investment through its Global Gateway Initiative, GGI. Investment includes 160 million euros in grants, 660 million euros in loans.
The European Union has grown in leaps from the 6 founding member states to 27, despite the loss of one of its members. Other countries of the larger European family are clamoring to join the bloc. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
Still coming from Abuja, artificial intelligence, AI, its challenges and opportunities for evangelization and social development were tops on the agenda at the maiden edition of the Communications Week public lecture held in Abuja. The gathering, conveyed by the Directorate of Social Communications of the Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, dissected the impact of artificial intelligence on education and the church. Again, Ekwi Ajide, our Abuja Bureau Chief, tells us more.
In a keynote address, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, CBCN, through its president, Most Reverend Lucius Ugoji, cautioned against the unethical use of artificial intelligence. According to him, despite the enormous benefits, the development and deployment of AI digital technology must be approached with ethical rigor and balance that prioritizes human welfare alongside technological progress.
Stress that we need to walk this path with caution, wisdom, foresight, and a deep sense of responsibility. Echoing the mind of the Holy Father Pope Francis in his message for 2024 World Communication Day, let us embrace AI not as a force that diminishes our humanity, but as a tool that amplifies our capacity for empathy, compassion, understanding, and service.
The Emeritus Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onaiko, on his part, said that scientific progress must be subject to human, moral, and ethical control, noting that ethical control is a responsibility that humanity abdicates at its great peril.
Bringing out machines that try to imitate human thinking. We don't know how far developments in this regard will go, but the warning of Pope Francis remains valid, that it is not everything that we can do that we should do.
In a lecture tagged, "Is There Artificial Intelligence?" an interrogation on the way to a convergence of technology, communication, and evangelization, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Augustine University, Ilarekpe, Lagos State, Professor Anthony Akinwale, explored how the astounding accomplishment that artificial intelligence represents can be used for the work of development and evangelization in our time and clime.
An artificial intelligence generated homily would not sit well with the way a Dominican is supposed to preach. It will not sit well with the motto of the Dominican order to contemplate and to share with others the fruit of one's contemplation.
Earlier, in their separate addresses of welcome, the Episcopal Chairman, Social Communications, Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, Most Reverend David Ajang, and the Secretary General, Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, Very Reverend Father Zachariah Samjumi, described the event as a significant milestone in the Church's continuous journey towards fostering effective and faith-driven communication within the community and beyond. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting, ABS.
Carrier of the Pacific Island nation of Vanuatu has gone into liquidation a day after it cancelled all flights, leaving thousands of travelers stranded. More than 20 flights to and fro the Australian cities of Sydney and Brisbane, as well as the New Zealand city of Auckland, have been cancelled, with airline blaming maintenance requirements on their aircraft. AY, the international consultants appointed by the government to oversee the liquidation, assured travelers stranded in Vanuatu that it hoped to get the company's small fleet of planes back in the sky as soon as possible. They said they were working with the airline's management to resume normal operations after conducting safety and maintenance checks, but could not provide a date for when that might be. Air Vanuatu operates 4 planes between the country's islands, which rely heavily on tourism, and to Australia, New Zealand, and other South Pacific island nations. EY said its appointment followed a challenging period for the global aviation industry, including labor shortages, as well as rising operating costs and disruption from extreme weather. Tourism accounts for about a third of the country's economy, according to the Australian Pacific Islands Business Council. The outlook for the airline is positive despite pressures on the broader industry, and Air Vanuatu is a strategically national carrier, EY said in a statement. The first meeting of creditors will be scheduled shortly, while the current management team will remain in place, it added. Australian carriers Qantas Airways said it was supporting its code-share passengers who were booked on Air Vanuatu flights, while the Vanuatu Tourism Office said discussions were underway with Virgin Australia and Fiji Airways about flying stranded passengers to their destinations. In sports, Atlanta winger and Nigerian international Ademola Lookman can't hide his excitement after helping the club secure a place in the finals of the UEFA Europa League. Gian Piero Gasparini's side defeated Olympique Marseille 3-0 in the second leg of their semi-final tie at the Gewiss Stadium, Bergamo, on Thursday night. Ladi won the two-legged contest 4-1 on aggregate. Lookman scored a goal and also grabbed an assist in the encounter. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television, Oka. You can follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV and on our website at www.absradiotv.com. Before we go here at the main point again, we told you that the governor's wife of Anambra State, Mrs. Oluda, taxed in the Anambra on natural foods for healthy living. We also told you that police in Anambra have repelled armed hoodlums at Oli. European Union is partnering Nigeria in manufacturing of healthy products as thousands of passengers were stranded as Air Vanuatu liquidates. Remember, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news is edited by Blessing Ijedibia. I am David Okwase. Thank you for joining us this morning.